Here's an example of how to cite a print book. So for a print book, you have the author's last name, first initial, period, middle initial, period. Then you'll have your year in parentheses, period. The period does go after the parentheses. Then you'll have the title of your book in italics. This is an example if you're citing the entire book. Remember, sentence case for the title. And then the last foot is the publisher. Back in the old edition of APA, you had to put the city of the publisher, but in the new edition, you do not have to put the city. Now, if it was an ebook, you would just want to put the DOI after the publisher, which is a digital object identifier. But if there's no DOI, leave it out. Remember, cite what you see. If there's no DOI, leave it out. But if it's a print book, there's probably not going to be a DOI, so you can just leave that out also for print books. Now, technically, you're supposed to put the DOI print books in the new edition of APA. However, not every print book is going to have a DOI, and actually most of the books in the library are not going to have a DOI unless they're ebooks, and then it's kind of a 50-50 whether there will be one listed. But just remember, cite what you see. If there's no DOI, just leave it off. This is a simple citation for a print book. The next example is how to cite a journal article. So what we're going to have here for the journal article is the author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial, period. Then we've got our year in parentheses, then a period. Then we have the title of our article. Remember, that's in sentence case, so we're only capitalizing the first letter of the first word, and any proper nouns. And then we've got the name of the journal in italics. So we've got the name of the journal. Then we've got the volume number in italics, issue number. So what's interesting to know here is the title of the article is in sentence case, but the title of the journal is actually in title case. So you could capitalize the first letter of every word in the journal, but not the article title. Volume number is italicized, issue number is in parentheses and a comma. Make sure you're getting the commas and the periods correct. Then we've got our page number or numbers, period. The DOI would go next, and if there's no DOI, then you could put in a link to the database permalink. And a lot of times the professors prefer the database permalink because the professor can click on the link and go directly to the article in the JU databases. Another thing I would like to mention is that you would have to use the hanging indent for the second line of your source. So if a citation goes over one line, so if it goes to 2 lines, you would just use your hanging indent. So let me show you an example of what it would look like. So see here in this example, we're only the first line of the citation is going to be all the way up to the margin, and then if it goes onto a second line, you just tab over. So it makes it look really clean in your references list.